Yep, you guessed it. Time to review another caravan park. We did a recent trip to Denmark for a few days and we stayed at the Ocean Beach Caravan Park, which is about 10 minutes drive out of town. And something different is that this park has a fair bit of room out the front to park your van while you're booking in. This was the 2020 Australia Day long weekend, so they were offering a free bus service in the town and back if you wanted it. The park is part of the Big Four chain, and to say it's big, that's an understatement. And what's becoming the norm these days, you've got security gates. And what is also becoming the norm is the room you have to manoeuvre your van into the position. It's getting tighter all the time. But because I had no one across the road from me, I could use a little extra space to get in. Some sites have a concrete pad if you want to use an awning and sit outside, and some don't. Now a look around the place. We had the main toilet block across the road from us. Normally you would think you'd hear a fair bit of noise like banging doors and things. Well, we never heard a thing. And there's another toilet block over towards the campers area, although it's not quite as fancy. The loos were always clean, and even though there were heaps of family groups here, you never had to queue to get into them. Although I don't know about the ladies. I found a couple of campers' kitchens with heaps of barbecues and well maintained with equipment. The camping areas are spread out with room between the sites, and up the back, called the Outback funnily enough, is a very shady spot under the trees. This would be great in hot weather. You can see from the map there's plenty of room out here. Over the other side is what I'm guessing is the overflow area. They have power and water but no shade. As usual, there are a variety of on-site accommodations from cabins to chalets. Being that's family friendly, there's a few things to keep the kids occupied, from mini golf, swings, one of those bouncy castle things, and these pedal cars. And not forgetting a volleyball and tennis cum basketball area. Now there is no on-site swimming pool, which you might think is a strange thing in this day and age, but with the weather being a little bit cooler down here, it might be a wise move. Besides, the river's across the road and the beach is only a 5-minute drive away, or a very nice 20-minute walk. Overall, once again, a really nicely set out park that's well equipped for the average person's needs. And being part of the Big Four, you sort of expect that. In fact, it's getting hard these days to find a park that isn't at least okay. The days of the crappy, dirty parks have long gone, for the most part at least. I'll be happy to come back here again. Now I paid my own way here, so I'm free to say whatever I like about the place. If it's crappy, I'll say so. But I found nothing here worth complaining about. I've stayed in many places around Australia with my job, and if the staff look like they're pretty happy to be here, that's usually a pretty good sign. Well, that's it for this review. If you like what you saw or got something useful out of it, give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. You can also follow us on Facebook and on Instagram at On The Road with John. Anyway, till next time, happy travels.